guys, I'm Neeti Desikan, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about some foundation dupes. I find these videos to be very interesting, and so after my 50 lipstick dupes video, which if you guys haven't watched already, I will link it in the cards right here, and I got an amazing response for that video, so thank you so much for that. And in that video, a lot of you guys asked for foundation dupes, concealer dupes and stuff like that. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And concealer dupes will be coming up later sometime because I still have to find some products. So in this video, I'll be talking about foundations that are of similar coverage and consistency. So these are not shade dupes at all because most of my foundations don't match each other, but it's not a shade dupe. So I will be applying it on my face with one half the high-end side and one half the affordable dupe. So the color will not match, and I don't want to hear about it at all because I've bought most of these foundations online and it didn't match me pretty well. So anyways, let's get started with the first dupe. Now the first one I'm going to be talking about is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter foundation. Now this is in the shade 340G Baklava. This is one of the most pigmented foundations in my collection. This is like super pigmented, and I couldn't find a very close dupe to this, which is like super pigmented from the affordable range. But I have done a video in the past where I have duped this foundation before, and that is with the Maybelline Superstay foundation. Now you can't say that this is as full coverage as this, but for an affordable foundation, and especially a foundation in India, this is pretty full coverage. So the only difference is that the Huda Beauty one is slightly more thicker in consistency and slightly more pigmented as well. So with the Huda Beauty foundation, you just need one pump for your entire face, and that's pretty much it. So if you try to build it up more than that, your face will look really cakey and it will start settling into the lines on your face, and it might even dry your skin out. So with the Huda Beauty foundation, just use one pump, and with the Maybelline Superstay foundation, you can use like 2 pumps to get the coverage you want. Both of this is pretty matte on the skin, and I would recommend this to all skin types, especially for people with, I think, combination to normal skin. If you have very dry skin, I think you should stay away from both these foundations. But if you have oily skin, I think you would still really like both of this. But there are a lot of people who complain about the longevity of the Huda Beauty foundation, but like the longevity of the Maybelline Superstay foundation. So for me, both of this is very long lasting on my skin. I have normal to dry skin type, so no foundation really fades away on my skin that easily. So I really like both of this. And yeah, so if you're very sensitive to the Huda Beauty foundation in terms of fragrance, or it clogs your pores or anything of that sort, you can try the Maybelline foundation and you guys will be super impressed with this one. Only thing is that the shade range in the Maybelline one is really bad, and you just have like about 9 to 10 shades, whereas in the Huda Beauty one you have a lot of shade options and different undertones to play with as well. So in the Maybelline Superstay foundation, I got the shade 220 Natural Beige, but this is a shade light for me and I would like to go a shade up. So as you guys can see, this is how the foundation looks side by side. Of course, the Huda Beauty one is slightly, like I mentioned, giving you more coverage. It can cover up anything, but Maybelline for the price is pretty up there. And this one is priced at 750 rupees. That is really affordable. And the Huda Beauty one is priced at 3000 rupees. So it's just like a quarter of the price of the Huda Beauty foundation. And so if you have scars or blemishes that you want to cover up, you can try this. And this is something that a lot of people actually consider them to be dupes, okay? It's not just me. I searched up online and everything so that, you know, I'm not the only one thinking this is how it's supposed to be. So a lot of people actually consider them to be pretty good dupes, and the Maybelline one doesn't break you out even. And then the next high-end foundation I'm going to be talking about is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This one is in the shade Praline. This one retails for 2,700 rupees on Nykaa, and you get a lot of shade options in this as well. So again, I know the price point is pretty steep, but it's not as expensive as most of the other high-end foundations available in India. This is pretty like decent. And the dupe for this is something that I used to love a lot, and I still do, but I just stopped using it that often. And this is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. Now this one, I have it in the shade 05 Warm Beige. Again, I got this online. This is not my exact shade match. I should have tried the shade 06, which I probably will in the future if I run out of this foundation. I have a lot of foundations which I don't have the exact shade match, so I try to mix and match and get it to work because I don't want to go out and buy the exact shade. It's again money that goes from my pockets. So I just try to work with whatever I have. Now this one I feel like is very, very similar to the Too Faced foundation. Just that on the skin when you apply it, you can see that the Too Faced one has slightly more dewy finish to it as compared to the Milani one. Milani looks slightly more like a matte finish, but it's not actually a matte finish foundation. It has sort of like a demi matte finish on the skin, but it's just that Too Faced one has slightly more of that dewiness to it, and I really like that about it. But both of these do look really nice on the skin, and it's not like it's caked up too much, and you just need like 1 or 1.5 pumps to get like slightly way more than medium coverage with this, and I like to keep it at that. I don't try to build this one to full coverage because then it will look really cakey and dry on the skin. So yeah, this in my opinion is like medium to way above medium coverage foundations. So yeah, with the amount of product that I've recommended, I think that it covers pretty much everything on my face. So I have this laser scar on my skin, which these foundations cover up pretty well. So that's how I judge the coverage of the foundation. So if you have, again, blemishes and scars that you want to cover up, but the Huda Beauty one is too much for your skin, then you can try this one out, because this looks like skin. And this one is not very affordable in India. This is way above 1,000 rupees, like 1,400 rupees. This is 2,700 rupees. So if you don't want to spend that much money on this, then you can try Milani foundation out. Again, shade options, not the best. I think they have just about 8 or 9 shades. So if you're about like medium deep skin tone, I think you can find a shade for yourself, but any deeper than that, with Milani you can't find a shade, but with Too Faced you can. So anyways, the point of this video is that these two are very, very similar and they are dupes for each other. The texture, how they look on the skin is almost the same. So if I have both of these on 2 sides of my face, you can't really even make out. And that's how I intended to do this video. Like, it has to be very, very similar in terms of like consistency and the way they look on the skin. So that is exactly what I tried to look at. So the formula and the consistency and how they look on the skin. And if they look similar, then I considered it to be a dupe. But otherwise, I just didn't choose anything and everything, because these are all foundations and they look similar when you just look at it. But I took that time to like look at it very closely, you know. And then the next foundation that I love so much, this is the NARS Radiant Longwear foundation. I have this one in the shade Valencia. You can't find this one that easily in India except for like some Instagram sellers. This is an amazing, amazing foundation which looks like skin. This is something that I swear by for like special occasions, and I love to use this for special occasions. But ever since I got this and I apply this on my skin, I'm like, this is very, very similar to another affordable foundation that I own, and that is none other than the PAC HD Liquid Foundation. The PAC HD Liquid Foundation is very affordable. This is for 875 rupees, and it looks like an expensive foundation on the skin. You can never go overboard with this, but with both of these foundations, you have to keep it at medium coverage. If you try to build it up too much, then you kind of defeat the point of this being like that very dewy, glowy foundation on the skin. So they look really nice on the skin. So you try to keep the product as minimum as you can. So medium coverage is good with this one. They don't settle onto the lines on my face. They don't cling to dry patches, don't accentuate any pores, texture, anything of that sort. So both of these foundations are really good, and the shade options in both of these foundations are pretty good as well. So PAC has so many shades, and if you always wanted to try the NARS foundation and you were like, okay, where can I find a dupe for this? And I want something that is very similar to this, you should try the PAC HD Liquid Foundation. This is something, again, you can use for any occasion. It photographs so well. It looks like skin, and even if like it photographs well, sometimes when people come really close to your face and if the foundation is not going well with your skin, it'll look very bad, you know. Sometimes it looks like it's going to break down, or it looks like it's settling onto all the lines on your face, the texture, the pores and everything. This doesn't do that at all. So even if you are a bride and you're looking for that one amazing foundation for your special day, you should try this one out from PAC. I don't think you'd be disappointed with this at all. So these days I've shifted to using brushes with most of the foundations because I get the finish that I want. I've started to use buffing brushes, and I feel like I get the coverage I want and I don't have to build up too much, and it's easy, hassle-free. So yeah. The next foundation is the MAC Studio Fix foundation. I've been talking about this foundation in 3 videos straight up. So this is the foundation that I used on my wedding day. If you guys haven't watched the clip of it, I have it in the MAC Cosmetics review video. I will leave it in the cards right here so that you guys can click on it and head to that video. So I have inserted a clip of myself with this foundation towards the end of the video. And this one photographs so well, has really good coverage, like medium to almost full coverage, and doesn't cake up on the skin, looks like skin, and has amazing shade options. And I think this one retails for 2,900 or 2,700 rupees. And the dupe for this that I found is the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Longwear Illuminating Foundation. Now this one retails for 1,250, but you can get it for almost like 850 rupees on hokmakeup.com when they have a very good sale on LA Girl. That is like flat 40% off or something like that. Now, a lot of people dupe the Maybelline Fit Me foundation to the MAC foundation, but I compared it on my skin side by side, and I didn't find them to be similar at all. Like in terms of finish, consistency, nothing, and even the coverage. So I was wondering why people were duping those two foundations when this is a pretty close match to MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. The way they look on the skin is almost the same. And the way I'm actually trying to dupe these foundations is I take the exact amount of product. So if I'm taking like half pump of the high-end foundation, I take exactly half pump of the affordable foundation as well, so that it's not like you're using too much product to get that finish. So I want it to be a little pigmented, have good coverage and finish as well. So I feel like this one was so similar, and I wonder why nobody ever mentioned this one to be a dupe of MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. Because this again has a very nice coverage. You can have medium coverage, slightly above medium coverage as well. That's how I like to keep it for the MAC foundation as well, because if you're going to be using it for any special occasion, on camera everything looks good, but in person and when you're greeting a lot of people, you want to look nice and it has to look skin-like. That's why I mentioned that you try to keep it at that coverage. This one gave me exactly the same finish as well. And MAC foundation is not a matte foundation. It has sort of like a dewiness to it. Also, the LA Girl foundation is pretty similar that way. So yeah, they are very similar. It's just that LA Girl foundation can get slightly more dewy looking, especially during humidity. Or if you have very oily skin, you might not like the LA Girl foundation. But I have watched reviews of a lot of people still liking this LA Girl foundation. So all they do is just apply a good primer underneath and powder the foundation down pretty well. So yeah, if you do that, I think both of these are very similar. As you guys can see, the MAC foundation has a little bit of radiance to it. It has a little bit of like a dewy finish to it. And so does the LA Girl foundation. It's just that the LA Girl one is an illuminating foundation. So it has slightly more dewiness to it than you would require, but still such an amazing foundation. Very good shade options, and you can find the shade for yourself, especially for Indian skin tones. I feel like they've done it really well. So my shade in this is warm beige, but this is slightly dark for me, and that's the reason I use this as a mixing foundation. But I've rarely worn this on its own, but after like I did this dupe comparison, I was like, no, I should start wearing this on its own a lot more. It looks like skin, it has a little bit of glow, it's not that flat matte finish, gives pretty good coverage as well, like covers up the pigmentation on my face pretty well, and the shade, though dark, is pretty good. So another foundation that photographs really well. So yeah, these two again pretty similar. And then another foundation that I've been loving and the way it looks on my skin is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. I got this one in the travel size and I got this in the shade Cashew. This is not 100% accurate match for my skin tone, but I can get it to work. If I'd bought the full size, I think I'd go a shade up. I think that is Shell Beige or Honey Bronze or something like that. So I would go for a shade up, but I just wanted to try the foundation out before I went ahead and bought the full size. And I really love how this looks on the skin. This is again a pretty full coverage foundation. It covers up everything on your face and it stays in place for almost the entire day, irrespective of what weather conditions you are in, how humid it is, how oily your skin is, it stays in place. And this one doesn't transfer onto the objects that is nearby. Like, so if you're wearing this foundation and you're using a phone, it doesn't transfer onto the phone as well. So that is one of the reasons why I really like this foundation. And the dupe for that is very similar to this one as well. And in terms of like the transfer proof test and everything, this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour foundation. I got this one in the shade 107 Fresh Beige. I think this is a pretty good match for my skin. And this is again a 24-hour foundation. I haven't tried it out for 24 hours, but it's very long lasting. And so ever since I've started filming again and it's summer and it's really hot, sometimes I can't really use a fan or anything. And I don't want my makeup to look really sweaty and like oily. and I don't want it to melt away from my face very fast because there are lights focusing on my face and everything. So that's the time I use these two foundations, because I don't have to powder it down and I can use little less amount of it and still get a pretty good medium coverage with these foundations. But you can definitely get way above medium coverage with both of these foundations. They're really good, and the finish of both of this is pretty matte on the skin. So if you have very dry skin, I think you should stay away from both of this. But if you have like normal to oily skin, you would love both of these foundations. Though it's matte, it doesn't accentuate any like pores or texture on my skin. It looks good. So if you are someone with a little problematic skin and you have a little bit of like texture on your skin, and you also have very oily skin, and most of the foundations tend to melt away from your face or like break apart on your face, I think you should try these foundations out. Like if you don't want to get the Estee Lauder one, get L'Oreal. It's very similar in terms of consistency, texture, how they look on the skin. It's like identical. You guys can see it looks matte. It looks alike. It looks like skin, not too matte, cakey, dry. I don't like foundations like that. As you guys see, I have a pattern to my foundations. I wanted to have a little bit of dewiness to it. I wanted to have a little bit of shine and look like skin. And these are the only matte foundations that I really like. Yeah, can I talk any more about these foundations? I don't think so. Amazing dupes, both of this. So next foundation I'm going to be talking about is something I spent a lot of money on. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. I got this one in the shade Y415. I got this when I was in Singapore. I'm pretty sure that sales assistant assumed that I was way darker than how I was, because this is a dark shade for my skin tone. It doesn't match my skin tone, and it does oxidize as well. So I tend to use this a lot lesser, or I try to mix it in with my other foundations because I paid a lot for this. And I think this one retails for about 4,500 rupees or something like that in India. And this one photographs well, but my tip with this foundation is that it looks a little bit dry and cakey on my skin, and especially around this part, it tends to accentuate some kind of dryness that I didn't even know I had. And only after applying this foundation did I discover that this happens. I think for people with oily skin, you might really like this, but if you have like sort of normal to dry skin, I would say stay away from this foundation. There used to be a previous version of this that is called Makeup Forever HD foundation, which was discontinued. I don't know for what they discontinued that, but that was amazing on the skin. That looked like skin. It was so good. And I wish that they'd bring back that formula, but this one unfortunately didn't work for me. And the dupe for that, which I don't know why I spoke so much about this foundation, is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I got this one in the shade Golden Sun. This is not a good match for me. I saw a lot of people of like NC42 claiming this to be their perfect match, but I don't find it to be a very good match for my skin tone. And this is the thing with L'Oreal foundations. I feel like even if they do match you pretty well, they tend to have sort of like a white cast to it, which I'm not a very big fan of. And even in photos, they don't really photograph that well. Except for this L'Oreal Infallible foundation, of course. Now, this one again is very similar in terms of coverage. This can be slightly more like runny in terms of consistency, and this one is slightly more thick, but you have to build this one up. So you have to use slightly more product. So if you're using one pump with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD, you have to use like sort of 1.5 pump with the L'Oreal foundation. But in terms of coverage and everything, they are very similar. They have good medium coverage. A lot of people really like the L'Oreal Fresh Wear foundation because they mentioned that this looks like skin. But for me, for some reason, the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear foundation is not working that well on my skin just yet. I have tried it a couple of times. I think I have to try it a little more to form an opinion on it. But even this one tends to accentuate some kind of dryness on my skin. Even if I've hydrated my skin pretty well, prepped my skin pretty well, it still does the exact same thing. But the finish of both of this, like side by side, looks so similar. It's sort of like a powdery matte finish on the skin, and that's how both of this look. So the last foundation I'm going to be talking about is the Benefit Hello Happy Flawless Brightening Foundation. This one I got again in the travel size when there was a sale on Nykaa. So this was for about like 1,185 after discount, and I got this one in the shade 06. I don't think Benefit foundations come with a name to it, but anyway, I was not very impressed with this foundation, by the way. If you're just looking for a quick review on this foundation, they have good medium coverage, but again, I feel like it's a little more matte looking on my skin, and it kind of cakes up around my nose and also accentuates the dryness on my cheek. And I don't really have dry skin, and no other foundation does that to my skin. So this one is pretty similar to that. And the dupe for that I have is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. Now these two are dupes for sure. Like on the skin they look identical. I feel like even if you hydrate your skin to the maximum you can, and even if you try to like had a hydrating primer underneath and prep your skin really well, somehow like as the day progresses it clings onto my skin, and it also kicks up around my nose and also on my face. But that's not the reason that I found this to be a dupe, of course. When you just look at the consistency of both of these foundations, this one is slightly more thicker than the Maybelline foundation. Maybelline can be a little bit runny, but when you apply it on your face you just need exactly the same amount of product of both. So if you use one pump of the Maybelline, you just need even one pump of the Benefit foundation to get sort of like a medium coverage, and I would keep it at that because like I mentioned, they can get cakey really fast. So I like to keep both of these at medium coverage. And this is like a brightening sort of like a foundation, so it mentions that it's a brightening foundation, and I feel like yeah, it is visible on camera as well, like the face looks a little bit like it's brighter, and I feel the same thing with the Maybelline foundation as well. It sort of adds like a brightening effect to your skin, and for some reason I can never get a good undertone in Maybelline foundations. Like the shade 310 has sort of like a peach undertone to it, and I don't know which other shade I should try out. If you have sort of like a combination skin or like oily skin, I think you would really like it. And I know there are a lot of people with normal skin as well who really like Maybelline foundation. So yeah, if you have the Benefit foundation, you can see that Maybelline is a dupe for it. And if you have the Maybelline foundation, don't go out and buy the Benefit foundation, because both of these are very, very similar in terms of finish, coverage, consistency, and everything. So yeah, these are all the foundation dupes that I have for you guys. And if you are planning to leave a passive aggressive comment in the comment section saying that, oh no, I have both of these foundations, they are not absolutely similar at all, what are you talking about? Now, these are the foundations that I tested out on my skin, on my bare skin. Okay? No moisturizer, no nothing of that sort, because I don't want anything to alter the finish these foundations give side by side. So I applied it that way, and when I was testing it out to find the dupes, and that's how I found these dupes, I made sure that they are very, very similar in terms of finish, coverage, and everything. So yeah, they are very similar. Of course, they're not going to be 100% identical. Like these are something that are pretty close, like almost like a 99% match, and there could be a 1% difference, which I am straight up telling you guys. I'm not telling that these are bang on like this. Like certain foundation dupes that I showed you guys are bang on. Some of this have a slight difference in terms of finish or in terms of coverage or things like that. So I want to put that out there straight up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Do let me know what are the other videos you'd like to watch. Leave it in the comment section down below. And if you have any other high-end foundations and you have dupes for that, let us know in the comment section down below. I know a lot of people read through my comment section, and it will be helpful for other viewers as well. Don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Heading back to what used to be home, passing by those little towns I know so well, stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel again, driving this like a spiritual cleanse.